State Director for the National Rifle Association, here today on behalf of our members in opposition to House Bill 2013. We have a few concerns about the bill, including the process used for the underlying protective orders, but the concern that I'd like to highlight today is the conflict that's set up with the surrender process provisions of the bill that will occur if it passes into law. So when someone's subject to a protective order, that could result in a firearm prohibition under federal or state law. The Lautenberg Amendment was referenced earlier. Under federal law, a firearm prohibition would take effect immediately, meaning an individual at the time of the order is no longer allowed to be in possession of firearms. Under House Bill 2013, the individual would have 24 hours under this law to transfer the firearms to another person, and then would file an affidavit or declaration saying they did so. The problem with this is the individual is already prohibited from possessing firearms under federal law, and filing an affidavit saying they were in possession of firearms would be self-incrimination in violation of their Fifth Amendment rights. So the language of the bill does say they may file, but we're concerned that an individual trying to do the right thing would file an affidavit, which could then be used against them as evidence that they were in possession of a firearm in violation of federal law. And in fact, this type of federal prosecution does occur. For example, in the case of U.S. v. Hancock in the year 2000, the individual in this case was served a protective order, they relinquished their firearms to law enforcement, and then they were prosecuted for being in violation of federal law, for being in possession of those firearms. This felony conviction was challenged and it was upheld. So in effect, if you follow the state law that would be imposed under House Bill 2013 and you transfer your firearms and file an affidavit, you could then potentially be federally prosecuted. It's for these concerns that we're opposed to the bill, but we're certainly happy to discuss any of these concerns with members of the committee further. Thank you.
Thank you.